The night was clear and the moon was yellow, and the leaves came tumbling down. I was standing on a corner when I heard my bulldog bark. It was barking at the two men gambling in the dark. It was Stagger Lee and Billy, two men who gambled late. Stagger Lee threw 7, Billy shot her down. Went straight home and I got into bed, a 44 pistol under my head. Woke up next morning about 9:30. The hacks and the buggies all standing in line. The gents and the gamblers standing all around, taking little Sadie to her burying ground. I began to think of the deed I'd done. I grabbed my hat and away I run. I made a good run but a little too slow. They overtook me in Jericho. The sheriff from Thomasville, he said, "Young man, ain't your name Brown? Remember the night you shot Sadie down?" I said, "Yes, sir, my name is Lee. I murdered little Say in the first degree in the second degree. If you got any papers, won't you read them to me?" They took me downtown, dressed me in black, put me on the train and they started me back. They crammed me back in that Thomasville jail, and I had no money for to go my bail. Judge and the jury, they took their stand. The judge held the papers in his right hand. 41 days and 41 nights, 41 years to wear the ball and the stripes. so that he might see her face. Though he made no confession, they carried him to jail. No friends, no relation would go on his bail. Take me on time, Polly, pretty Polly, would you take me on? Got me to say beside you and tell you my mind. For my mind is to marry and never to part. My mind is to marry and never to part. First time I saw you, it wounded my heart. Polly, come and go along with me. Polly, pretty Polly, come and go along with me. Before we get married, some pleasure to see. Will you let her over mountains and valleys so deep? Let her over mountains and valleys so deep. Polly, mistrusting, then began to weep, saying, Willie, little William, I'm afraid of your way. Willie, little William, I'm afraid of your way. He's a mighty mean man. hill, lighting his cigars with a $10 bill. Ride, 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 and it's ride, ride, ride. House in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And my God, I know I was one. Well, my mama was a tailor, and she sewed my is when he's on the drum. Sweet young mother, go tell your children not to do what I've done. Don't go and spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, I got one foot on the platform, I got the other foot on the train, and I am going back to New Orleans. I'm gonna wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And my God, I know I was one. Well, they give him his orders in Monroe, Virginia, saying, Steve, you're way behind time. This is not 38, this is old 97. Put her in Spencer on time. Then he turned around and said to his black, greasy fireman, shovel on a little more coal. And when we cross that white oak mountain, watch old 97 Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. 'Twas in the merry month of May, when green buds all were swelling, sweet William on his deathbed lay, for love of Barbara Allen. He sent his to the place where she was dwelling, saying, you must come to my master dear, if your name be Barbara Allen. So slowly, slowly she got up, and slowly she drew to him did say, young man, I think you're dying. He turned his face unto the wall, and death was in him dwelling. Goodbye, goodbye to my friends all. Be good to Barbara. The death bells knelling, and every stroke to him did say, hard-hearted Barbara Allen. Oh mother, go dig my grave, make it both long and narrow. Sweet William died of love for me, and I will die of sorrow. And Father, oh Father, go dig my grave, make it both long and narrow. Sweet William died on yesterday, and I will die tomorrow. Barbara Allen was buried in the old churchyard. Sweet William was buried beside her. Out of sweet William's heart there grew a rose, out of Barbara Allen's a briar. They grew and grew in the old churchyard, till they could grow no higher. me about it. As I lay sleeping, oh, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, I was mistaken. I was still right here behind these bars. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart you love another.
Promised not more than a week ago. You promised that you'd marry me, a standing in your mama's door. But now you've broke your promise. Go marry who you please. This world's so big, so long and wide, I'll never beg you on my knees. It's a short life of trouble, a few more words to part. Short life of trouble, little girl, poor boy with a broken heart. I can hear the train a-comin'. She's blowing the station blow. I'd rather be dead and in my grave than to see my darling go. I'm sitting on my bedside. I've wept this whole night through. I'd give this world and half of my life if I only was married to you. It's a short life of trouble, a few more words to part. Short life of trouble, little girl, poor boy with a broken heart. see my coffin coming, my shroud and all is on. Go take me to some lonesome graveyard and let the grave be my home. And when I'm dead and buried, then you can sow some flowers and say to those who walk around you, the heart I've broken lies here. It's a short life of trouble, a few more words to part. Short life of trouble, little girl, poor boy with a broken heart.
Midnight on the stormy deep, my solitary watch I keep and think of her I'd left behind, and asked if she'd be true and kind. I never shall forget the day that I was forced to go away. In silence there, my head she'd rest and press me to her loving breast. Oh, Willie, don't go back to sea. There's other girls as good as me, but none can love you true as I. Pray don't go where the bullets fly. The deep, deep sea may us divide, and I may be some other's bride, but still my thoughts will sometimes stray to thee when thou art far away. I never have proved false to thee. The heart I gave was true as thine, but you have proven untrue to me. I can no longer call thee mine. Then fare thee well, I'd rather make my home upon some icy lake, where the southern sun refused to shine, than to trust a love so false as thine. In the pines where the sun never shines, we'll shiver the whole night through. My daddy was a railroad man, killed a mile and a half from here. His head was found in the driver's wheel. His body was never found. In the pines where the sun never shines, we'll shiver the whole night through. You've caused me to weep, you've caused me to mourn, you've caused me to lose my home. Little girl, where'd you sleep last night? Not even your mother knows. In the pines where the sun never shines, we'll shiver when the cold winds blow. Piece of steel and cried, hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord. Hammer's gonna be the death of me. Now the captain, he said to John Henry, I'm gonna bring that steam drill around. I'm gonna bring that steam drill out on these tracks. I'm gonna knock that steel on down. God, God, I'm gonna knock that steel on down. John Henry told his captain, Lord, man ain't nothing but a man. But before I let that steam drill beat me down, I'm gonna die with a hammer in my hand. Lord, Lord, I'll die with a hammer in my hand. John Henry driving on the right side, that steam drill driving on the left. It says, for I'll let your steam drill beat me down, I'm gonna hammer myself to death. Lord, Lord, I'll hammer my fool self to death. Well, Captain said to John worked so hard it broke his heart. John Henry laid down his hammer and died. Lord, Lord, John Henry laid down his hammer and died. Well, now John Henry, he had him a woman by the name of Polly Ann. She walked out to those tracks, picked up John Henry's hammer. Polly drove steel like a man, Lord, Lord. Polly drove that steel like a man. Well, every Monday morning, when the bluebird he began to sing, you could hear John Henry from a mile or more. You could hear John Henry's hammer ring, Lord, Lord. You can hear John Henry's hammer ring. I say you can hear John Henry's hammer ring, Lord, Lord. You can hear John Henry's hammer ring. Down on the river, see Betty Baker. She got a whip and the devil can't take her. Down on the river, see Betty Baker. I'll jump up and the devil won't take her. Down on the river, see Betty Baker. I'll jump up and tell the devil won't take her. There's a yellow rose in Texas, going home to see. Though other men have held her, her heart belongs to me. You traveled down some dusty roads and stepped out in the rain. This yellow rose is always here when you come home again. She knows I've done some hard time. You stumbled and you fell. I just kept your pride from dying. You saved my soul from hell.
That's right.
She's a diamond of the desert. She's a golden flower of spring. She's the yellow rose of Texas. She can make a man a king. There's a yellow rose in Texas. She knows the dues I've paid. I'm going home to tell her I wish I'd never strayed. Well, you couldn't see beyond yourself, your pained and wounded pride. And now you know the truth is in the way you feel inside. She knows I've done some hard time. You stumbled and you fell. I just kept your pride from dying. You saved my soul from hell. She's a diamond of the desert. She's a golden flower of spring. She's a yellow rose of Texas. She can make a man a king. She's a yellow rose of Texas. She can make a man a king. I'd rather be in Memphis, knee deep in hell, than to be in Georgia, boy, tied to a ball and chain. Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. I went down to Georgia to get on a gravy train. The next thing I heard about, I was wearing a ball and chain. Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. Oh, Flossie, what makes you treat me so? You caused me to wear a ball and chain and now my ankle's sore. Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. 18 pounds of meat a week and whiskey had to sell. Now how can a poor boy stay at home when a pretty girl looks so well? Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. Memphis is a purty town and Nashville is a beauty. If you want to see them purty girls, now go to Chattanooga. Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. My wife died on Friday night and Saturday she was buried. Sunday was my courting day and Monday I got married. Won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, won't get drunk no more, way down on the plank road. type, yippee, yippee, yeah, yippee, yeah. I started up the trail October 23rd. Started up the trail with a U2 perk. I'm a type, yippee, yippee,